yeah. Here we go. To the left. A little dancing from Brian Christopher and the Melbourne Express here from the World Wrestling All-Star.
There is no room for this in professional wrestling. This is a travesty. What would Lou Thesz think right now, huh? I ask you that,
go,
sir.
Go, Ken, go, Ken, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Come on, dog, shoot Scott. Come on, go, go, go. Come on, dog. Go.
You know, how long is it before Brian Christopher dumps the kids and starts going after the gals?
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Boy, these Australians are really terrible dancers.
Whoa, here we go. Now that's more like it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, this is disgusting, Jeremy.
1, 2, 3, now 3.
Jerry, I got to do something about this.
Yeah, there we go.
I got to do something about this.
It's Brian Chris. Wait a minute, where are you going? Disco, where are you going? Disco. Disco Inferno has entered the ring now. Oh, please. Oh! Look out! And the kids have put the... Get it! What are you doing getting up there? Absolutely ridiculous. Brian Christopher.
By the fans.
Peace.
Open your mind and change your revolution.
All right, we move on to the Eruption, which is the next pay-per-view. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. These are getting worse as they go on. Not even worse in terms of, like, how cursed it is, just worse in terms of, like, the quality of the show. Like, it's dying, and it's dying so fucking fast. Like, so, we just watched the Eruption. This pay-per-view was fucking bad. All these are bad, but this is bad. This was from April 13th, 2002 is when this pay-per-view aired. Keep in mind the next pay-per-view after this, which is... Let me check real quick. It is the Retribution. Doesn't happen until December. So, yeah. That's about, like, fucking 7-8 months after this pay-per-view. So, what happened on the Eruption, you might ask? Well, Mark Madden is no longer commentating. Now he has been replaced by Disco Inferno. This pay-per-view took place from Melbourne, Australia, they said. And fucking, they officially announced Jeremy Borash as the voice of the WWA, so there's that. Fucking, this was fucking bad. But, so, starting with announcements, it is announced that we see a limo pull up to the WWA arena, and who gets out but none other than Psycho Sid Vicious gets out of the limo.
Misty Scissors.
Wearing a tuxedo and rocking a cane, because this is the first time that he was on a wrestling show since he was in WCW, where the famous incident happened where he completely broke his fucking leg. So that's why he was on a cane during this show.
I mean, it makes sense, Devon, because he has half the brain that you do. At least that's what he claims.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he claimed a lot of things. Do you want to talk about his promo and how bad it was? Because I will say, they don't give any explanation for why Bret Hart is gone. He's just gone. There's, like, no explanation whatsoever. They're just
You
like,
know,
oh, Sid Vicious is the commissioner now, and that's it. Like, there's just nothing.
I'm willing to bet that legitimately the reason that Brett fucking left was because of that awful fucking picture they made him take. Just
You
willing
think
to bet.
so?
Possibly.
I want to look at while you're talking about his promo, I want to look at the Wikipedia, see if I can find out why Bret Hart left.
Well, fucking, I guess let's just talk about this promo. It was shitty. Legitimately, it was just fucking him saying, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm here, and I could barely move, and I got a call from Mr. McManus, and he was like, oh, could you come work with me in Australia?" And I said, hell yeah. And he's stumbling on his words, and he's like, oh, thank you guys for letting me be here tonight. You can tell he doesn't know what the fuck to say. God, when the promo from last pay-per-view where Bret Hart was talking about Osama bin Laden, or Laden, fucking is better than goddamn whatever the fuck this is, then you know there's a problem. So,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, so I mean that was basically the promo. There was really nothing really to it. Oh wait, also he mentioned that Scott Steiner was not playing by the rules, so he's going to take on. So here's my question. He says Scott Steiner is not playing by the rules, but I'm going to give him a world title shot against the world champion. How does that make sense?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Can I ask?
And the world champion. Oh, go ahead.
Can I ask why every one of these shows starts off with the commissioner doing a fucking promo that makes absolutely no fucking sense, and they just go on and on and on and talk about nothing and try to fucking save the segment, and it fails miserably?
Well, that's easy. Because these people don't know how to run a show.
Well, at least the promo wasn't about fucking 9/11 this time, thank God. That damn Osama bin Laden as fucking, or bin Laden as fucking Bret Hart said.
I mean, at least fucking that was a promo, though. What the fuck was this? This was Psycho Sid coming out there barely hobbling on one fucking leg, and not like, you can't even fucking sit there and fucking understand what he's saying because he's going, well, yeah, and like he doesn't know what the fuck to say. Like
this was
he
such
said,
a
"Oh, I'm
trash
so glad to
promo.
be here," like 5 times, bro.
Yeah. His promos is making no fucking sense at all, and apparently, from what Austin said, he's notorious for like bad promos, and he can't cut a promo to save his life.
Did you hear the one I played earlier?
Yes. It was
I'm
so
gonna
bad.
play it for the audience watching this. Just here's a little glimpse of what fucking Psycho Sid
doing the promo on.
Oh, I don't know. It's something in WCW 2000, so we're gonna have to watch it eventually. But here's just a little glimpse at Psycho Sid's promo ability. Oh, well, my fucking sound is off.
Jesus Christ. What?
So he has half the brain that you do, Devon.
He sounded like it. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with this promo. I don't like. There was so many times during the show that Sid Vicious was like, he was trying to make this commissioner thing work, and it just wasn't, bro. No matter how hard he tried, like. And the thing is, I think this might be the only show that he's the commissioner of, too, which just makes it worse. Because I know either on the next pay-per-view or the last one is when fucking Mike Sanders fucking takes over. So, fucking...
Don't you love it, Devon?
I did it. I did it first.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this wasn't my idea. For once, this wasn't my idea.
I know you usually like everything Vince Russo related, but this time it's on
go
me.
fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking... Well, I would like to read this real quick from the Wikipedia, because this gives a little bit of a backstory behind Revolution. So, we talked about Revolution last time, but so the Revolution was the only WWA event that ever took place in the USA. Months before the event, initial advertisements plugged the reunion of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. However, this did not happen due to both men signing contracts to return to the WWF. Then, Randy Savage was advertised to be appearing in the main event against Jeff Jarrett for the World Championship, but Savage backed out of the event during the weekend, and it wasn't announced until the pre-show, where a big red X and the text "not appearing" was overlaid on all images of Randy Savage. Road Dogg, who was also heavily advertised for this show, did not appear either. Andrew McManus opened the show with a prepared statement in his office confirming that Savage would not be appearing, leading to some fans feeling cheated. Bret Hart appeared after the opening match as the commissioner. He announced to the live crowd Randy Savage was not at the show. Obviously, fucking that. I just kind of wanted to fucking give that little bit of backstory as to why those people didn't show up to WWA. Okay, wait, what?
Oh no.
This wasn't in the fucking on the Revolution we watched. What the fuck? Because it says after the fucking Rick Steiner and Ernest the Cat Miller versus Lenny and Lodi match, it says Larry Zbyszko, who alongside Arn Anderson formed legendary tag team The Enforcers, showed up to WWA to cut a promo on Vince McMahon, challenging him to a fight, and talking about Chris Jericho, who was WWF champion at the time, saying that Jericho stole Zbyszko's Living Legend moniker. He mocked Jericho by accusing him of being too short to be a world champion, despite Zbyszko actually being shorter than Jericho in height. What the fuck? That was not on there. They must have had to cut that from the fucking thing.
It must have.
Fucking, I'm trying to... Was there anything for Eruption that I needed to read? Okay. So apparently, this was not on here. So apparently Jeff Jarrett was on this show. So this says, the show started with Jeff Jarrett being escorted away from the building, proclaiming that he would be back. And then it says in quotations here, Jarrett never appeared after this. But I know he has to because of the way the title thing ended. It was presumed this was pre-recorded earlier in the week. A new Cruiserweight champion was crowned at the show after Eddie Guerrero had returned to the WWF, like I said, which we'll talk about that later. Okay, so after the show, it says a further UK, oh my god, okay, oh my god. So, during the tour to Australia, Nathan Jones won the WWA title after winning a four corners match against Jeff Jarrett, Scott Steiner, and Brian Christopher. So that's how he won the title. And then it says here, fucking Scott Steiner defeated Nathan Jones, which we'll talk about. He would later give up the title to sign with the WWF. Then it says here, a further UK and European tour was planned for after this event. The WWA postponed the tour from May 2002 to November 2002, citing injuries to its major stars as the reason. However, it is believed that poor ticket sales may be the true reason. And I won't read any more of that because it goes on to the Retribution. But yeah, so there's a little bit of background on some things. So we get, after that terrible Sid Vicious promo, we get fucking Disco Inferno and Jeremy Borash on commentary, and they're fucking announcing that we're gonna have a fucking steel cage match later in the night, and fucking so bad. So we start the show off with fucking Nova versus AJ Styles in they did like a small tournament. It's nowhere near the fucking 7 Deadly Sins tournament, thank Christ.
God, no.
But fucking they did this little tournament where they did AJ Styles versus Nova, and we'll get to the other match because it was fucking cursed. So we had AJ Styles versus Nova and Jerry Lynn versus somebody else, and the winners of those two matches faced later in the night to crown the new Cruiserweight champion. So we get this match with AJ Styles and Nova, and what do you know, Jeremy Borash actually called it a Styles Clash this time, after last time not knowing what the fuck the move was.
No, but he still doesn't know what moves are because he called Tequila Sunrise a fucking Twisted Sister, so
Yeah.
he's still making shit up as he goes. Don't you worry.
Fucking, this match was fucking, a lot of these matches on this show were fucking short as fuck. And from what Marky D said, that's like, going forward, a lot of the matches are really fucking short, and it gets worse. So, yeah, this match was short. It was okay, but it was just short, and AJ Styles won, and that was pretty much that. It wasn't anything too crazy. It wasn't anything too cursed either, honestly. But fucking, we move on to fucking Scott Steiner and Medeja show up, and they come out, and we find out that later in the night we're getting, in the main event, Scott Steiner versus Nathan Jones for the WWA World Championship. And so Scott Steiner comes out, and he cuts a promo, and he does the famous putting his foot on the ropes. Now, do you want to explain what that means, Austin?
That means he starts forgetting his lines. And when he starts forgetting his lines, he starts going on. And when he starts going on, he starts shooting. Alright? Anytime you see that, or, you know, that, yeah, no. The signs are just, you're fucked. You're fucked, you're in for something. And you don't know what the fuck he's about to say.
So, I mean, we didn't know what he was going to say, and when he started talking, he started talking about sex again, and started saying that all the women call him the big bad booty daddy, and that he takes all these women to the top of the mountain, and once they reach the top of the mountain, they see Nirvana or whatever and shit. It was, oh my god. and fucking then fucking he started cutting a promo on fucking Sid Vicious saying that he would break his leg again and shit. And then he started saying, oh, well, the reason I came to WWA is number one, because I want to win the world title, and number two, I want to beat somebody up from Australia. And he said, so I'm going to knock both of those out at the same time tonight. And then fucking Nathan Jones comes out. Sorry, Nathan the Front Row Jones, who is the world champion, fucking comes out. By the way, by this point in the show, nobody was getting any reactions from the crowd, and it only got worse.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, Nathan Jones is the native to Australia, and they weren't chanting for him. And so Scott Steiner starts fucking rambling on and on about stuff, and he says that he's gonna fucking win the title from Nathan Jones, and then Nathan Jones, I'm trying to remember, what the fuck did Nathan Jones say?
Bro, I could not tell you. Like, his promo is so forgettable, bro.
All I remember,
he said something about whooping ass.
All I remember is him saying something like that, and fucking then Scott Steiner was like, oh, well, we don't gotta wait until the main event, so get your ass down here right now. And fucking Nathan Jones was like, alright, and he started going towards the ring, and then all of a sudden fucking Sid Vicious came out with his cane, and he gets on the microphone, and he starts like shitting on Scott Steiner and all this shit, and was saying one day he's gonna get his revenge on Scott Steiner, and said that so that there's no fuckery in the main event, he's gonna make himself the special enforcer in the main event. And so his bright idea was to make himself enforcer, so that way there was no fuckery, pretty much. And
also he started chanting Nathan, Nathan, Nathan.
Yeah, because he said we're gonna give the crowd what they want, and a world champion from Australia in Australia. And he was like, come on, everybody. And he started chanting. He was like, Nathan, 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 Nathan. And the crowd was dead ass quiet, bro. It was embarrassing to listen to this promo. And
it was so bad.
And that was pretty much the promo. And we also find out that Madeja is going to be in a match later. It's going to be an evening gown match, which we'll get to that. But next we have the next Cruiserweight tournament match, which was Jerry Lynn versus somebody named Chucky. Now you might be wondering, who the hell is Chucky? Well, he's also known by his name Chuck E. Chaos. Now, I'm going to fucking look him up. We're going to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole here. Because I want to see I want to know who this guy is, honestly, because I don't know how often we're going to see him in the next couple shows. Oh my god, these pictures of him.
Again.
Oh my god, his career highlights. One of his career highlights was that he was beat by Jerry Lynn. Okay, no, I'm not online World of Wrestling. Fucking, I want to see, I want to know about him. Wow, when you look him up, it brings up Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Chaos. Oh my god. What? On his match listing, he only had 3 matches in his whole career, is what this says. So his first match was April 7th, 2002 at a WWA house show. Jerry Lynn and Nova defeated the team of AJ Styles and Chucky. And then WWA Eruption, April 13th, 2002, Jerry Lynn defeated Chucky. And then, whatever the fuck this is, IWA MS King of the Deathmatch 02 Night 1, July 12th, 2002, Nate Webb defeated Chucky in a staple gun match?
I'm just not.
What in the fuck is that? Does he have any title matches? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. Oh my god. He only wrestled for IWA and WWA. Oh my god. His real name, Austin, oh my god. He's got to be a mystery. His real name is unknown. His date of birth is unknown. His place of birth is unknown. His nationality is unknown. He's only known as Chucky Chaos. What the fuck? How is just nothing known about this guy? No one knows.
I hope he burns in hell.
No one knows his name. What the fuck?
Well, I don't think we needed to know his name, truly, because, I mean, he got spiked on his fucking neck pretty easily, so...
Okay, so he apparently did wrestle more than 3 matches, and I'm on this other website. His title wins, he won the AWP lightweight title in 1998, NWA Hardcore title in 1999, NWA Lightweight title twice, 1999 to 2000, the AWA State Juniors title 1998, Battle for Supremacy 1999, UCW Heavyweight title in 1999, All-Star ASW Heavyweight title 2002, and the R&R Heavyweight title 2001, and then his career highlights, there's barely any. June 1997, Chuck E. Chaos had his first professional match against his trainer Ricky Diamond. April 14th, 2002, WWA Eruption, Jerry Lynn defeated Chucky. September 2002, PCW Carnage, Chuck E. Chaos defeated Rave. Oh my god, Austin, it says Rave was thrown from a ladder off the ramp through a table and broke his arm. Oh my god. Mid-2004, Chuck E. Chaos created his own match. He created his own match called the Cows Match, which stands for Chuck's Own Wrestling Show. In a Cows Match, Chuck E. Chaos plays the In a Cows Match, Chuck E. Chaos plays the wrestler, the ref, and the ring announcer. What? I've never fucking... June 12th, 2004, PCW Reincarnation. Chuck E. Chaos defeated Slick Steve in a Cows Match. And that is his career highlights. Okay, fucking... This says that his birthday was September 11th, 1979. He's from Brooklyn, Australia. And that's fucking... That's it. That's all that's known about him.
That just makes it better that he was born on 9/11.
What is this? Chuck E. Chaos Appreciation Thread. Why? There's just like nothing. And all else that comes up is just Chuck E. Cheese. So yeah, that's Chuck E. Chaos. Not much is known about the guy. So
well, not much needs to be known about the guy because he got fucking spiked on his head by Jerry Lynn. So
literally, the match was 58 seconds. That's how fast it was. Legitimately, I got on my phone, found a picture of Jerry Lynn, and then I found a picture of Chucky, put my phone down, and the match was over. That's how fast it was.
Yeah.
All I seen was Jerry Lynn spike Chucky on his head, and fucking that was it. But before the match, I did want to say they played this video package of Jerry Lynn beating up Eddie Guerrero, but they couldn't show Eddie Guerrero's face, and it was just completely a random ass video package. So yeah. Also, I did want to say the stage for this pay-per-view was really cursed because it was like this. It was this giant volcano, right? But keep in mind, the first pay-per-view had pretty decent production for it being their first show. Then the Revolution, it wasn't as good production-wise, but it still had a kind of cool-looking stage. And then this, for the Eruption, went to a giant volcano that looked like it was made on like poster board, and it had like stairs on either side. The Titantrons are completely gone. Half the people didn't have fucking theme music for their entrances. There was even one part of the show where fucking Jeremy Borash and goddamn Disco Inferno were trying to talk, and the fucking commentary straight up wasn't working, and Disco Inferno was actually getting pissed off that it wasn't working. And throughout this whole show, you could tell how much fucking Disco Inferno fucking hates this show. So it was just, the quality has taken a massive dive, and from what I'm seeing in the next thumbnails, it only gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, the stage was cursed. And if you're wondering, does lava come out of the volcano? No.
No.
There was pyro that came out of it once.
Barely any. It looked like sparklers.
Yeah. So, after that, after Jerry Lynn wins, we get the next match, which is a tag team match. And by God...
No, you're forgetting something.
What?
The most important rematch of them all from this fucking show, like the last show.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I didn't see the PNGs, because I just used the same ones from last time. So, we, for some reason, Jeremy Borash said that this rematch needed to happen, and we get this backstage interview with some random guy that looks like a dollar store Jim Cornette, and he's interviewing Puppet the Psycho Dwarf, and Puppet is like talking about how he wants to take out Tio, and he wants to be the last midget left on this show, and he wants to prove that he's the only midget in the WWA. And he's like in this room of like, there's a bunch of like saws and stuff on the wall, and he was like, oh, I got all the weapons to take you out and all this fucking shit. And then he tells the interviewer to get down on his knees and talks to him like he's a fucking dog. I don't know what the fuck. It was weird. Like, they're trying to make Puppet look fucking psychotic, but he just looks stupid.
They really should have went the TNA route and just had him pull a gun on somebody. Because, I mean, that...
fucking Disco Inferno sounded like he wanted to pull a gun on somebody without fucking little he cared about the show.
He sounded like he wanted to pull a gun on himself.
Well, at some points he sounded like he wanted to pull a gun on Jeremy Borash, too. Because him and Jeremy Borash, like, straight up weren't getting along. And it wasn't like your typical, like your typical little commentators, like, disagreeing, like, heel and face commentator. No, it was, like, legitimately Disco Inferno was shitting on the company, and then they had several camera shots where you could see Jeremy Borash actually looking pissed at what Disco Inferno was saying. And fucking the shit Disco Inferno was saying to him, you could tell Jeremy Borash was actually getting fucking heated.
I think probably the part where it boiled over for Jeremy is when Disco Inferno said, "Oh, a sweet chin music," and Devon didn't hear this, so I fucking heard it. Jeremy said, "That is copyright infringement. We can't use that name."
Yeah.
and fucking Disco Inferno sounded so like confused.
Yeah. Fucking man. I'm assuming Jeremy Borash and Disco Inferno is going to be the commentary team for the rest of this. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, probably. I would hope so. It was a good dynamic.
Yeah, because the whole dynamic is just Jeremy Borash being a fucking idiot, and then Disco Inferno making him look like more of a fucking idiot. Like, he literally, I swear it was like every match, Disco Inferno would just make it a point to say how fucking stupid the match is, or how the match was, like, so fucking short, or, like, he would just make these little comments, and you could tell that every match it was starting to get to Jeremy Borash.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we get this fucking... What Jeremy Borash called it, I believe he said it was the WWA Midget Wrestling World Series is what he called it.
Yeah, that's what he said. He also said that apparently the dwarves will like lick you for $3 or what the fuck ever.
Yep.
That's what he was talking about too. So I don't know what the fuck Jeremy Borash is on. I don't want nothing to do with it. That's some weird shit.
Disco Inferno was making comments about how fucking Tio and Puppet auditioned for the Oompa Loompas and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Man, this match was shit.
It was a hardcore match.
Also, Tio was doing hella sexual shit. Like, he did a 10 punches in the corner, and then he was humping fucking goddamn my brain today. Fucking Puppet the Psychodorf in the face after, and then he fucking headbutted him in the nuts, and that was like, and then right after that is when Jeremy Borash was like, "Oh, they'll lick you for $3." I was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Yeah, fucking. It was a hardcore match. It wasn't the last hardcore match on the show, and also, you think that was sexual? Just wait to see what Tio does later, where he commits straight up sexual assault. So,
yeah, I know.
Him and Puppet, I should add. Fucking. But so this was a hardcore match, and it was shit. It was terrible. Midget wrestling is fucking awful, but Jeremy Borash sounded so fucking hype about it. Fucking, and
I think
like
Jeremy Borash needs mental help.
It's weird, right? Because Austin was like, "Oh, like, do you think Jeremy Borash has like a midget fetish?" And I'm like, I don't know, but he has some weird fascination because last pay-per-view he was like, "Oh, can you believe this? Midgets are wrestling right now. Midgets wrestling." Like, he has some weird fascination. I don't know what it is. And like the whole time Disco Inferno is just like shitting on how stupid it is. And then Jeremy Borash is like trying to make it like it's a high profile, high stakes wrestling match. I don't understand why this needed to be a World Series and why this needed to have a rematch, but
it didn't.
There's fucking one part where fucking Tio puts Puppet in a trash can, and then he goes and gets a fucking wooden ladder that, from the looks of it, was painted to look like an aluminum ladder, but it was like one of those wooden painter's ladders. and fucking he climbs up almost to the top and fucking does a shitty fucking elbow drop. They also botched a lot in this match, I should add.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking pinned fucking Puppet 1-2-3, and Austin said it was stupid because you couldn't even tell if his shoulders were down or not because he was in the fucking trash can. So
Yeah.
fucking, but Tio fucking wins because why not? And Jeremy Borash said, "Oh, well now they're 1-1 in this WWA Midgets Wrestling World Series." And I'm like, so that means there's going to be more of this then. So
Apparently, fucking... I don't know, man. The next match was a tag match.
but right before that, we see this cursed ass segment where fucking Madeja is walking backstage, and fucking Tio walks up dressed as Scott Steiner, and he smacks her on the ass and says, after your evening gown match tonight, I'm gonna show you who is the real big bad booty daddy. And then she takes the headdress off of him and tells him to get lost. But it was really cursed seeing Tio dressed up as Scott Steiner.
Well, let me get to the next match. It's a tag team match. Stevie Ray returns.
Yep, shocker of the year.
He tag teams with Buff Bagwell. Oh, Stevie Ray didn't have any music. He just came out to straight silence. And it didn't help that the crowd was straight silent too, so yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. And then they faced Ernest the Cat Miller and Brian Christopher.
Yep.
Who they had to keep mentioning was Jerry Lawler's son.
Yep, they kept saying that. As if they couldn't drive the point home enough.
Mm-hmm. And fucking, this match was boring as fuck.
You know, I find it odd that Jerry Lawler was on the first pay-per-view, and then as soon as he leaves, they bring his son in, and then they constantly talk about Jerry Lawler. I find that odd.
Maybe it's just like a petty move. I don't know.
I don't know.
I will say, though, this match was fucking boring. Although Disco Inferno probably had one of the best lines on this show in this match. Because Stevie Ray throws fucking Brian Christopher, and I mean he gets height. And he lands on his ass. And I shit you not, Devon didn't hear this at first. I had to tell him, because I started dying fucking laughing. Because I didn't think I would ever hear this come out of a human being's mouth. Disco Inferno said, "Ooh, he landed on his tushy." I'm just like, bro, I'm like, why?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Fucking, I think, if I remember correctly, Brian Christopher and Ernest Cat Miller won. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And you could talk about the last part after that. That's probably going to go in the fucking intro.
Yeah, so after the match, fucking Ernest the Cat Miller gets out of the ring, and then Brian Christopher grabs a microphone, and he's like, "Oh, Cat, get back in the ring." And fucking Ernest is just looking at him, and fucking Brian Christopher's like, he fucking yells in the mic, and he's like, "It's time to dance, baby." And we're like, oh God. And fucking Brian Christopher starts fucking, Ernest Cat Miller gets in the ring, and then Brian Christopher, like, motions to the crowd, and fucking tells these fucking children in the crowd to get in the ring, And then the fucking starettes come out and get in the ring. So we got Brian Christopher, Ernest the Cat Miller, the starettes, and a group of fucking children who look like they're fucking lost and don't even want to fucking be there. And so they're all this big clusterfuck in the ring. And fucking... So Brian Christopher says, "Oh, it's time to dance." And I shit you not, all of them start doing the Too Cool dance. And when I tell you, these kids did not want to fucking dance, and they did not give a shit. And it was so fucking embarrassing to watch. And fucking, on top of that, the whole time, fucking Disco Inferno is sitting there saying, "This is stupid. This is terrible. This is awful." And he fucking
He was also
like...
saying this is disgusting, which
Yeah.
I will agree with, because the cameramen were focusing on a lot of those children's asses.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yep.
it was fucking weird and creepy.
Brian Christopher is weird and creepy. So is Jeremy
This whole
Borash.
show is weird and creepy.
Fucking... But, so they fucking dance, and then, like, fucking some of the kids aren't dancing, so I shit you not, there's this one fucking little boy that wasn't dancing, and when I tell you, fucking Brian Christopher slapped him in the face, and I don't know why he did that.
He also took his beanie and threw it, by the way. I
Yeah,
don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't notice that.
No, he was trying to get him up and get him hyped and danced, and he fucking took his beanie and he threw it and it landed by the fucking announce table. That's how hard he fucking threw it.
And if you're wondering, Brian Christopher was wearing the same fucking Too Cool gear that he wore last time when he faced Jeff Jarrett, so...
The pants that fell down were still on, so...
It's funny to think of, like, how last time fucking Bret Hart was sitting here, like, trying to hype up fucking Brian Christopher like he was some kind of main event star, and, like, how fucking he said that he paid his dues and that he earned a title match, right? And motherfucker main events to pay-per-view. And then on this, he's fucking dancing with children. and to make it worse, Disco Inferno just keeps saying how stupid this is, and then Disco Inferno gets in the ring, and he starts doing, like, this salsa dancing, and fucking Brian Christopher and Ernest the Cat Miller look at him, and then they start fucking beating up Disco Inferno, and then they look at the kids, and then the kids look at them, and then Brian Christopher points at Disco Inferno, and then the fucking kids start beating up Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno just keeps getting fucked on, bro. Like, first the Bananas and Pajamas, then Scott Steiner, and now fucking children. Like,
And fucking Disco Inferno rolls out of the ring, and then the fucking kids get out of the ring and go back to the crowd, and that was it. It was bad. It was probably the worst thing on this show. It was actually, like, unbearable to watch how fucking cringe it was. Like, it was actually bad. And then fucking Brian Christopher was just being an asshole and was, like, forcing these kids to dance and shit. And I don't know what the purpose of this was. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with this. I don't know if Brian Christopher just thought that he was, like, fucking over with these kids or whatever. Like, that he thought that the kids would want to come in there and dance with him and shit.
They
I don't
probably
know.
didn't even know who the fuck he was. They're probably like, who is this fucking strange, like overweight fucking man that they keep saying is Jerry Lawler's son?
I don't know. Maybe that's why they keep calling him Jerry Lawler's son, because they're afraid no one's gonna know who the fuck he is.
Bro, people probably know who Ernest the Cat Miller is more than fucking goddamn Brian Christopher.
They probably knew who fucking Stevie Ray was, and he didn't even get no music.
Oh my god, bro. This is just so bad. They probably know who fucking Slick Johnson is. Which, by the way, he wasn't on this show because he signed a deal with Impact. So.
Yep. So rest in peace, the WWA career of Slick Johnson, the greatest referee in the history of this promotion.
He was
Don't
like the
worry,
only decent referee in this promotion. What are you talking about?
I know. He's the only referee I've ever seen compete in the Battle Royal and start whooping people's ass in the Battle Royal, and then
He's the only.
get whipped by fucking women later in the night.
He was like fucking legitimately the only one. He was like the middle point in between the ones that looked like children and the ones that fucking were overweight and looked old as fuck.
Yeah.
Referee wise, like, bro.
Yep. Fucking, but don't worry, he didn't stay in TNA long initially, because he only stayed for a couple months, and then he went to perform with his rock band called the Slick Johnsons. And they flopped, so he went back to TNA in like 2005. But
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I know you'll want to talk about this match because you said it was the best match on the card by far.
Yeah. So we fucking get a promo with the Funkster. He's just doing his typical Hulk Hogan shit, and fucking so this guy comes out called the Quebecer, and come to find out that this is fucking Pierre from the Quebecers in WWF, also better known today as PCO, who's in Impact right now. So yeah, fucking he comes out and fucking he starts singing the Canadian national anthem, and it's extremely cursed because his singing was so bad. And then fucking the Funkster comes out, and I swear to God, he was like the only person to get a fucking genuine reaction on this show, which is sad. That the Funkster, out of everybody, is the only person. The Funkster got more of a fucking reaction than the world champion, who is from the country that the show is taking place in, with the help of Sid Vicious saying chant his fucking name, and nobody would fucking do it. And the Funkster somehow is the only one getting cheered here. I don't even know. So we get this match of the Funkster versus the Quebecer, and I swear to God, during the whole match, at least 10 times, Disco Inferno kept saying, you know, the Funkster reminds me of somebody, but I just can't put my finger on it. And he kept saying it over and over and over and over and over. And Austin started getting pissed. And then fucking he started saying that the Funkster reminded him of Bobby Eaton, and then he said, no, actually, I think it's Barry Windham. And fucking, oh my God.
That didn't help either, because when he was talking about, oh, it reminds me of Bobby Eaton, I just every time I hear the name Bobby Eaton, all I hear is Pulse in my head say, oh, you mean Bobby Eaton the pussy? And
oh, God.
like, I can't, bro.
So, for the match, it was actually a pretty decent match. It was probably the best match on the show. The Funkster was over with the crowd. His theme song was a fucking shitty dubbed version of Eye of the Tiger, by the way. And fucking goddamn, the Quebecer almost won, and then the Funkster started funking up, and fucking then the Funkster hit a goddamn leg drop and won. So the Funkster is undefeated, at least on the pay-per-views. And that was pretty much that match. So then we move to this fucking steel cage match, which we find out is going to be Sabu versus Devon Storm, the rematch.
Because why?
We wanted to see this again. This time in a steel cage. And once again, WWA proves its stupidity because they did this again. They did this on the first show in the Jeff Jarrett versus Road Dogg cage match. And they did it here again because I don't know if Jeremy Borash understands the concept or the rules of a cage match. But this is the second time now where the wrestlers can just climb over the top of the cage and fight on the outside and go in and out of the cage freely as much as they want without the match ending. And apparently it only ends in fucking pinfall. So I ask, what the fuck is the point of the steel cage?
See, I don't think Jeremy Borash can comprehend what a cage match is. I don't feel like he's okay with the way he's booking these shows. I feel like he actually needs mental help. Like, serious. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It was fucking stupid. And then goddamn Devon Storm was using the barricade as a weapon. And then fucking motherfucker got like 3 tables out from under the ring and made like a stack of tables. And then he sits there and puts Sabu on the stack of tables. At some point in this match, Sabu got busted open. He was bleeding everywhere because, Sabu. And fucking... So Devon Storm goes to the top of the cage and does a crossbody, a diving crossbody through Sabu, through 2 of the tables. And the crowd starts chanting, holy shit, and whatever. And fucking... Then they get back in the ring, and Sabu brings a table in the ring. And fucking puts Crowbar on the table. This match wasn't as long as their last match, thank God. And
oh, thank God, yeah.
This was a very bad ending, though. By the way, Bill Alfonso wasn't here this time because he isn't allowed to travel to other countries. So, fucking...
And apparently, fucking Disco Inferno thinks he hopes he was in a car crash.
Oh,
so,
God.
That's what he said, man.
At this point, he probably hoped that this entire company would get in a car crash. And I mean, the way this company is starting to go, it's definitely turning, not even a car crash, it's starting to turn into a fucking train wreck.
Bro, it's starting to turn into a fucking plane crash.
Jesus Christ.
It's low-key ironic how they were talking about fucking 9/11 the past couple shows. Bro.
Fucking goddamn, maybe fucking it's that damned Osama bin Laden that Bret Hart was talking about. Fucking I don't know. Fucking I do wonder though, like I wonder what the reason was that Bret Hart left, because I wonder if he just got fed up with like how bad the company was, or
they probably couldn't pay him, dude.
It could have been that, yeah. Fucking, I just wondered, because in the first show he looked like he was fed up and he just didn't give a shit, and then on the second show he sits there and comes out and cuts a promo about fucking 9/11 and Osama bin Laden and all this shit, and then we don't see him ever again. And fucking, I wonder if it was like a money thing, or if Bret Hart just said, fuck this is fucking stupid. I don't know. But nevertheless, to get back to this match, Sabu takes like so many goddamn chair shots to the fucking head, and then out of nowhere shoots a fucking fireball at Devon Storm, and fucking Devon Storm gets put on the table, and Sabu grabs a chair, runs and steps up off the chair, climbs to the top of the cage, and does a moonsault on Devon Storm, and the table doesn't fucking break. It breaks a little bit, but not all the way. And so Sabu decides, you know, he could have either decided, oh, you know, let me fucking play it safe, or let me be a fucking idiot. He decided to be a fucking idiot, and he went for the spot again, and hit another moonsault from the top of the cage. This time the table broke, but because the way the table was broke, Crowbar was like fucking sliding off of it. So when Sabu went through the table, Crowbar kind of just rolled off the table, and Sabu went through the table, and then Sabu pins fucking Devon Storm 1, 2, 3. So they ended the match off of a fucking botched fucking table spot, which is just wonderful. Fucking trash ass match, bro. Fucking, oh my god. So I think it was at this point in the show where we got the evening gown match, right?
Yes, because there's 2 matches left. This is one of them.
So we get the evening gown match between Medeja and this chick from Australia. Her name was Queen Bee.
It was fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Neither one of these women were wrestlers. So,
no.
If you're wondering what's an evening gown match, fucking, it's a bra and panties match, except instead of wearing regular clothes or their ring gear, they wear evening gowns. And
remember when they were trying to push women's wrestling in the first show?
Well, I mean, I don't really know, because fucking Jerry Lawler was just being fucking sexist the whole time. And then goddamn Jeremy Borash made the comment about how, like, fucking the man that was in there was the only professional wrestler. So
they still made it like a fucking match. They were trying to book it as, I mean, not completely seriously, but they were still giving it like promo time and shit.
Yeah, well, all that went out the window. You realize the only women's matches we had was that, and then fucking Vampire Warrior versus Luna Vachon, and then this.
I know.
By the way, where's Vampire Warrior and Luna Vachon? Because they weren't on this show.
Where's anybody, bro? Where's Lenny and Lodi? Where's fucking all these people?
They were in a video package.
All these people are. Why should I care? Why should I care about this fucking show? Because nobody's gonna show up. Bro, half these people are gonna show up next fucking show. I know I ain't seeing Psycho Sid his fucking broke hobbling ass. I know I ain't fucking seeing goddamn Scott Steiner. I know I ain't seeing fucking Nathan Jones. This show can kiss my ass, bro.
If you want to know where all these people are in other companies, that's the only answer.
Everybody's in other companies. Even fucking AJ Styles, bro. AJ Styles. We probably won't fucking see.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about the AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn match. Now that you said that. Fucking... So, it was alright. It was kind of a short match, and they botched a couple times. And fucking AJ Styles hit Jerry Lynn with the Styles Clash and won. And AJ Styles is the new International Cruiserweight Champion. And, by the way, this is a moment in history, because this was the first time that AJ Styles won a championship on camera. So, this is the first video documented time of AJ Styles ever winning a championship. So,
what a fucking disappointment.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the evening gown match. So, we get Medeja and Queen Bee, and at this point, I think the crowd was just bored with the show, because when it came to this match, like, the crowd was actually invested in this match only when the women started taking their evening gowns off. And fucking they, I almost said fucking wrestled, but this wasn't wrestling. This was like,
No.
it wasn't even a cat fight. It was just like two women who've never wrestled in a wrestling match together, and the objective is to rip the other's clothes off or evening gown off, and so they just kind of were like shoving each other and slapping each other and kicking each other and just looking fucking atrocious.
Yeah, but Jeremy Borash said, "Oh, look at the athleticism." And
Yeah,
those
he
kicks and
said this was a high class athletic matchup, is what he said. The audacity, and that's how I know this man fucking genuinely thought everything he was booking was fucking good, for him to say that. Well, listen, I want to ask, out of what was worse, this match or the fucking Jenna Maraska's match that we watched?
Oh, Jenna Maraska's. At least with this, we got to see tits and ass.
Yeah. Well, we also got to see sexual assault because Medeja won the match because she ripped off Queen Bee's evening gown, and then all of a sudden Tio runs down to the ring and tackles Medeja, and then Puppet the Psycho Dwarf comes out, and they both start ripping Medeja's evening gown off, and they take it off, and the crowd is like, this is like probably the loudest reaction out of the crowd this whole show, and fucking then they run away with her evening, with both of the evening gowns, and the two fucking women chase after them. And I shit you not, right after that happens, Scott Steiner's music hits, and then Medeja comes right back out wearing her evening gown, like fucking not even a minute later. I'm not even joking, like legitimately. This was so bad. And then we get the main event of Nathan the Front Row Jones versus Scott Steiner for the WWA World Championship. You know what I'm also noticing? Why does every fucking one of these goddamn pay-per-views have a goddamn trash-ass world title match? Like, why? Why?
Know.
It's always something bad. At least the first one was promising of it being Road Dogg and Jeff Jarrett, at least two people that could fucking wrestle, but the fucking match was so stupid and bad. And then the last one was Jeff Jarrett versus Brian Christopher, where motherfuckers' goddamn pants fell down and shit. And then now we get this with fucking Nathan Jones and Scott Steiner, which was like the most boring fucking world title match ever.
I can't wait for the next show when we get Devon Storm versus fucking, I don't know, Disco Inferno for the World Championship.
Well, see, I don't even know what they're going to do, because by the time we get to the next show, both fucking Nathan Jones and Scott Steiner were signed to WWE, so I don't fucking know who's the world champion going into the next show.
Do you think Jim Ross, who was like talent relations at that time, was sitting there like watching old WWA tapes and saying, "Oh, this Nathan Jones kid and Scott Steiner, ooh, these guys are gonna be great." And I can't even say it's true.
I'm assuming they knew Scott Steiner from WCW.
Yeah, but like, who else? Who, honestly, if we're gonna talk about Nathan Jones, who's actually sitting there like, "Oh, Nathan Jones, yeah." No.
I mean, someone must have, because they fucking signed him. So, somebody there saw some potential in Nathan Jones, and that's why they signed him.
I don't know what potential they saw in Nathan Jones, because that man is a fucking charisma vacuum, bro.
I don't know, because fucking Jeremy Borash just kept fucking meat riding him and fucking dick sucking him and be like, "Oh,
he
did
meat
you
rides
know?"
and dick sucks every fucking person on this fucking roster.
Well, fucking Nathan Jones was not over with the hometown crowd at all. And then Jeremy Borash is like, oh, well, did you know that for 5 years he won powerlifting competitions and, oh, he's a former world's strongest man and Nathan Jones is a badass and he's fucking 7 foot tall and 300 pounds and, like, he was really trying to
and
build Nathan Jones up.
The only thing he really accounted for was fucking being in Charlie's Farm. How sad is that?
Fucking, what do you think is worse, Charlie's Farm or WWA?
WWA.
So you would rather watch Charlie's Farm, which I know you said we're going to watch that someday.
Yes.
Has Jeremy Borash been in any movies?
Probably not.
I'm going to actually see. Why not?
It's just, he's just gonna have TNA and shit on his
Jeremy
IMDb, I doubt.
Borash IMDb. Oh my god, his description on IMDb says a man with youthful and handsome looks. Fucking... Okay, fucking... So, oh my god, we're gonna be seeing Jeremy Borash in WCW 2000 because it says here at some point he plays Vince Russo's sidekick.
No, great.
So, when Vince Russo was fired by WCW in 2000, Jeremy Borash took over the role as head screenwriter. Oh no. Oh. Austin, you know what this is making me think?
What?
I don't think it was Vince Russo that killed WCW. Because Jeremy Borash took over after Vince Russo got fired, so I think it was Jeremy Borash that killed WCW.
The thing is, we ain't even gonna see fucking Jeremy Borash's booking, because I'm pretty sure Vince Russo got fired in like December of 2000.
Maybe we'll get to see like one fucking show of his booking. But like, oh my god! And then it says, when the WWF purchased WCW, Borash helped Andrew McManus to create a new wrestling promotion with Vince Russo called the WWA. He was responsible for all WWA storylines after Vince Russo left. An entertaining commentator who likes to be close to wrestling action and oftentimes get himself in trouble with wrestlers who scared him so much he wet his pants and got attacked by a guitar. Currently he works... Oh my god, this is currently he works for both WWA and TNA. Wait, what? Fucking... Oh my god. So apparently his TNA salary, they were paying Jeremy Borash $250,000 a year in TNA in 2004.
You wanna know a sad part? I think he works for WWE now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, what the fuck did I just find? Okay, so there's... Oh my god, he was in a movie called Roxer 2012. It was a TV movie. Oh my god. Apparently he voiced himself in the movie.
Wow.
God, there's so much TNA stuff. He was in a TV series called Blue Collar TV. He played himself. Oh my god, WWA is actually a thing on IMDb. You can be listed as WWA, like the pay-per-views. I'm sorry, what? He was in... What is this? He was in... Oh my god, he was in a Chris Rock and Bernie Mac movie called Head of State, and he played himself. So he's been... That's it, but... Fucking, he's, been in some movies. You know what's scaring me? The only WWA stuff on here is the pay-per-views that we watched so far. The last two are not on here, which is scaring me. Because that has to be pretty fucking bad if they're not even on IMDb as like actual pay-per-views.
Great. Let's just fucking talk about this last match. I'm tired. It was boring as fuck, dude. Like, it wasn't enjoyable. We both didn't pay attention. The only time we paid attention was when it was fucking over. And Scott Steiner won. He's not even gonna be with the fucking company on the next. I just can't, bro.
Yeah, so this match was fucking boring. At one point, Medeja tried to get involved, and I shit you not, Sid Vicious got in the ring and acted like he was gonna powerbomb Medeja, but he obviously couldn't because of his fucking bum fucking leg. So, but Scott Steiner put Nathan Jones in the Steiner recliner and won the WWA Championship. These fucking people actually put the title on Scott Steiner, and fucking it doesn't even matter because by the next time they do a pay-per-view, he already was debuted in WWE at Survivor Series, and Nathan Jones, I think, was signed by that point too. So fucking what in the fuck was even the point of putting the title on Scott Steiner? And then that also means who the fuck is the world champion going into the next goddamn pay-per-view? Because what the fuck, man? So it just, I guess you could say it ended on a cliffhanger because now we don't know what the fuck to expect for the next one. I went into this thinking that we were going to see another Jeff Jarrett world title match, but nope. Fucking Nathan the Front Row Jones, and this is the last time I'll be able to say that because he's not known as the Front Row anymore after this. So yeah, fucking. See, the thing is too, right? I'm trying to think because their tour from May to whatever got canceled. So this might have been both Nathan Jones and Scott Steiner's final fucking WWA match. Which means this was Scott Steiner's only official WWA match.
I swear to God, if we get to like December and we watch that pay-per-view and there's another fucking tournament because the title is vacated, like I just don't even know. Like, dude, just sign people. Have the money to sign people. If you can't fucking sign people, don't do a promotion. Like, how hard is that? How hard? How? I don't know. I just genuinely don't understand. We went through this with fucking XWF, and now we're going through this with this. Just sign people. Have money. You're obviously making some sort of money that you're getting these people on your show. You should at least sign them.
Yeah, I don't know. Ask Jeremy Borash, because I'm assuming, because it said that fucking he was like the head of like writing and talent relations and all that. So
I'm convinced the only person that he has fucking actually signed is goddamn Devon Storm, motherfucker. Because I don't think he was showing up nowhere goddamn else at this time. Dude.
Devon Storm is the only person that's been on, besides Jeremy Borash, that's been, well, and Disco Inferno. They're the only ones that have been on every single show.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't fucking know. Let's just get this fucking review. I'm done. I'm done for the night, bro.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to add from that tag team match. This is something we're gonna have to watch in WCW 2000 because Jeremy Borash made the comment about apparently at some point in WCW 2000, Buff Bagwell and Judy Bagwell become tag team champions. So yeah, that's because something we're gonna have to fucking watch at some point.
Because just why, bro?
But yeah, that was WWA The Eruption. Fucking the next pay-per-view is called The Retribution, and it aired on December 6th, 2002. So,
is the last one The Reckoning?
Yes.
Okay, so we're getting into fucking Retribution territory. Where's fucking goddamn WWA Mace? Or like WWA T-Bar? Where's that?
Or WWA Slapjack. I don't know. I don't know what their whole thing was with why they named these pay-per-views the way they did, but yeah. I will say, the person who uploaded these, the views have severely declined. Like, this pay-per-view has half the viewership of the first two, and then the last two have half of what this pay-per-view has.
Great.
But
not even the archivists want to fucking stick around. That's sad.
Oh yeah, speaking of archivists, one thing I did find out, because Jeremy Borash was so kind to say, go check out our website at worldwrestlingallstars.com. So I took a little trip through the Wayback Machine, and you can still access the site. You have to do it through the Wayback Machine, obviously, but you can go to worldwrestlingallstars.com. Funny enough, you can still go to it, and there's archives of message boards on there of people calling each other homosexual slurs. There was a whole message board on there of someone saying Osama bin Laden was their fucking hero, and it was like a whole message board. There was a message board. Oh my god. There was a message board of someone saying that they were glad that Mr. Perfect was fucking dead. So yeah, those are the kind of message boards that WWA had. There was message boards that straight up had fucking porn on them. So you could tell that shit was not moderated whatsoever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There was like a section of like photos. There's like a photo gallery. There's like 5 photos, and it was just like these cursed pictures of goddamn Brian Christopher and fucking goddamn Tio and shit. There was a superstars section where there was like barely anybody on the fucking roster. There was a fucking news section, which fucking oh my god, I'm fucking coughing, but hold on, I wanna actually go back to that, because I wanted to read you that and I forgot. I have to go back to the Wayback Machine. World Wrestling Allstars.com. So I will say that it says it's been archived between 169 times between March 26, 2002 and August 21st, 2019 is what it says.
Jesus.
Waiting for it to fucking load. Oh yeah, so some of the stuff on this website uses Flash, which isn't a thing anymore. So there's that. Let's see if I can go to the news section. So fucking okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, so I'm gonna read their news section to you. So this is World Wrestling All-Stars news and headlines. So, European dates online. Check out the new dates for Dublin and Zurich in our calendar. That was one of the news. WWA joins M1. From what I've seen, M1 was some kind of fucking rock festival that had Nickelback on it. So there's that. It says the WWA brings the ring to M1. All the super tough guys are ready to rock, slam, and pile drive for your pleasure at M1. Yep, live in the ring, you get to witness the Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner go head-to-head with Nathan the Front Row Jones, with both Medeja and Queen Bee joining the guys. The ring is ready to rock. Fucking... So then we have WWA Europe. The WWA is gearing up for their first tour of Europe. All of the WWA wrestlers are in training for the event, which is set to rock venues all through Europe. The WWA has been working hard behind the scenes to ensure that fans can, get this, Austin, expect the unexpected. UK tour fucking says, we look forward to the November/December tour later this year, where you can expect to see all of your favorite WWA names with some exciting new additions yet to be announced.
Great.
The first date is in Birmingham, NEC, Friday the 29th of November. Wembley Arena, Saturday, November 30th. Brigton Center, Sunday, December 1st. Nottingham Arena, Wednesday, December 4th. Newcastle Telewest Arena, Thursday, December 5th. Glasgow, Friday, December 6th. And Manchester Evening News Arena, Saturday, December 7th. So that is around the time when the Retribution takes place, which is what we're going to be watching next. And so I'm curious to see who all your favorite WWA names with some exciting new additions are. I can only wonder, because that is the point where so many fucking people started leaving and they were getting signed to TNA and WWE. So this is gonna be fucking interesting. So then we have Ireland tour on sale. Irish fans, you asked for it, and now you've got it. The WWA will be performing one show at the RDS Arena. This is your chance to see all the WWA action live. Now, it has a link to purchase tickets, right? So I clicked the link, and it takes me to this Ticketmaster website, and it says that this event was canceled. So when they say, Irish fans, you asked for it and you got it, no, the fuck they didn't. They asked for it, and they didn't get it because it got canceled. So, and then finally, the last news thing on here, we got get all the action at home. Get ready. The WWA Inception, Revolution, and Eruption will be available on DVD very soon. See all of your favorite WWA stars when you want. See Crowbar demolish Norman Smiley at the Inception in Sydney. Watch Jeff Jarrett and Grandmaster Brian Christopher battle it out for the WWA Championship at the Revolution in Las Vegas. You can also see the latest action from the Eruption in Melbourne, which includes Sid Vicious in the role of commissioner. DVDs as well as WWA merchandise will be available soon. And there's a bunch of fucking dots after it. Now, I tried to look into this, and what I was able to find was only DVDs of the Revolution, and they look like they're fan-made DVDs. So, my assumption is that these DVDs that they promised never came to fruition, and no DVDs were ever made. So there are some fan ones out there that you can buy of only the Revolution. That's the only one that's actually on a DVD that people have made.
You should also mention that the only copy you're able to really find that's available now is a Canadian copy, and you have to pay international shipping if you were in the U.S. So.
Yep, and it's going to run you, I think it said about $41, I believe. So, yeah. And so if you want to drop $41 on WWA The Revolution, be my guest. But, yeah, that's all I was really able to find.
If you do, And if you do, fucking seek help. Go to therapy. Please go to the doctor. You might have you might be sick. I don't know. Get some fucking help.
Jesus fucking Christ. But fucking yeah, they also have a postcard section where the only 2 postcards you can get is Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner, which is cursed. Fucking, there's a site, not a site, there's a one tab that says All-Star Shop. I'm assuming that was going to be their fucking merch page for, like, t-shirts and all that, but I don't think that it ever came to fruition, because when you try to go on it, it says that the page isn't available. So, and I don't recall seeing any WWA shirts in the crowd, and I don't recall any of the wrestlers wearing them.
There was one. It looked shitty. It was like, you know, when you go to a wrestling, like a WWE event, and they'll have like a tour, like, shirt.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what it was.
Oh god. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense that they were giving them out at that event, but I don't think that their actual shop tab ever came to fruition.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what the tabs are, it's homepage, latest news, events calendar, the wrestlers, image gallery, all-star shop, memberships, competitions, postcards, online chat, message board, and contact us. What the fuck is competitions? I didn't see that earlier. Oh, it just won't load. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. What's the online chat? Because it's different from the message board. I didn't look at this either. Please enter your username and password to log in. I have to make a username and password. I'm not doing that. But what's on the contact us section? Let's see. I wonder if it gives like an email. It says fill out the form fields below and select submit. We will try to reply to you as soon as possible. First name, last name, email, and comments. So, yeah, what the fuck did that say? Oh, never mind. I thought that said something else. Fucking, so, I mean, if you want to email the WWA website, you can. It hasn't been fucking active since 2002. So I highly doubt that you'll ever get a response. But yeah, that's the World Wrestling All-Stars fucking website. Because, wait, I didn't see this at the top. There's a thing, select a link, select wrestler. Okay, what if I select Devon Storm and select fucking, what is this, WWF Down Under? Okay, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, that did nothing. I don't know why it has a selector thing. But yeah, that's the World Wrestling All-Stars website.
Fucking hell, bro.
That is fucking cursed. No, go back. Oh my god, fucking... Fucking... Why is this taking forever to load? Okay. Well, if anybody wants to go visit that website for yourself, you can. But remember, you have to do it through the Wayback Machine. It's quite the travel back in time, because it is a very, very primitive website, I will say. Like, looking at the homepage and stuff, it looks like early 2000s, like, internet web page, bro. It's so clunky. It's so just primitive. But, yeah, fucking, that was WWA The Eruption. Did it erupt? Not really. The only thing that erupted was Nathan Jones's pyro that almost fucking burned Scott Steiner's face off because it shot right in his face. Or the little sparkler that came out of the volcano.
I will say this whole fucking company is gonna erupt and explode into this fiery destruction of cursedness. But you know,
yeah. Well, are you ready to end this? Because I am. It's fucking almost 4 a.m.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired.
Alright, well, that was WWA The Eruption. And next we are going to be getting into WWA The Retribution.
Shut them down.